자, 여기 polynomial function part 2, rational root theorem, 뭐 factor theorem, remainder theorem 이런 거 연습하는 거. 오케이? 문제 풀어볼게. Okay, first one. Find all of the rational roots of each polynomial equation. Okay, let me see. Let's do number 11. 자, 동그라미를 해놓을까 먼저? So I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Let's do 몇 단계 할게? 21을 할까? 21. Long one. Okay. I'm gonna do 21 instead. Okay, 11. 6x cubed minus 29x squared minus 45x plus 18. So the rational root theorem says, okay, if this leading coefficient is not equal to 1, you have to put this number below this constant term and find factors of 18 over 6. So how do you find factors of 18 over 6? You have to list all the factors of numerator and denominator separately, okay? The factors of 18 are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 18. Then factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, 6. And you have to come up with all the combinations of these numbers while you use these numbers, okay, factors of the numerator as numerator only, and factors of denominator as denominators only, okay? So to come up with possible zeros, let's write down the combinations. I'm going to use the denominator of 1. So that's 1 over 1, 2 over 1, 3 over 1, 6 over 1, and so on, okay? So you get 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, and then that's gone now. I'm going to use 2 as the denominator. So 1 over 2, 2 over 2 is 1, basically 1, so you don't have to write that down. 3 over 2, and then 6 over 2, which is 3, so you don't have to write that down either. 9 over 2, and then 18 over 2 is 9, so you don't have to write that down. Next one is 1 over 3, 2 over 3, 3 over 3, not needed, 6 over 3, that's 2, 9 over 3, that's 3, 18 over 3 is 6. So you don't have to write those down, okay? 1 over 6, 2 over 6 is basically 1 over 3, 3 over 6, 2 over 2, 1 over 2, 6 over 6. 9 over 6 is 3 over 2, so you don't have to write it down. 18 over 6 is 3, so that's all. So you just, add plus and minus here. Then these numbers become possible rational zeros, okay? So you're gonna use these numbers in your synthetic division or, application of factor theorem and things like that. For numbers 1 and -1, it's easier to enter this plug these numbers into this x directly to find out if this whole expression comes down to 0. Okay, so when you plug in 1, that expression becomes 6 minus 29 minus 45 plus 18. Is this equal to 0? No. Okay, that's not equal to 0. Plug in -1, you get -6 minus 29 plus 45 plus 18. Is that equal to 0? No. Okay. Starting from 2, I'm going to use synthetic division. So I'm going to write down 6, the coefficients, -29, -45, 18. And then I'm going to use 2 here. So 6 comes down, multiply and write it down here. 12, add them together, -17, multiply, -34. Okay, add them together, that's -79. So as you can see, okay, there's no way we're going to get 0 here, so I'm going to stop right here and use -2 instead. So erase these things. So I'm going to use -2 now. That's a 6. Okay, that's -12. Add them together, that's -41. Multiply, that's 82. Add them together, that's what? 37. Multiply, that's -54. So you're not going to get 0. So it seems like as the number gets greater, seems like you're not getting 0. So I don't see a possibility of getting 0 with using these numbers. Um, but you know, nothing's sure, so you can keep plugging in these numbers. But I'm gonna jump to like 1/2. Hopefully get an answer faster this way. So 6 comes down, multiply, you get 3, -20, 26, multiply 1/2, that's -13. Add them together, that's negative what, 58. So you're not going to get -18 here. So let's change this thing to -1/2. So it takes time, okay? So multiply, -3. Add them together, -32. Multiply this, that's 16. Add them together, that's negative what? 29. I'm not going to get this, so let's forget about everything here. How about 3/2? Wow, it takes a lot of time. 6, multiplying together, that's going to give you 9. That -20. Multiply, you get -30. Add them together, that's -75. Oh, you're not going to get 18. So I'll do -3/2. Hopefully it'll do it this time. So multiply this, that's 3, that's -9. Alright, so add them together, that's -38. Multiply it, that's 19 times 3, so that's 57. Add them together, then you get 12. Multiply this, then you get -18. So you finally got 0 here. So this comes down to, okay, 6x cubed minus 29x squared minus 45x plus 18 is equal to 0. And this thing comes down to x plus 3/2 times, use these as coefficients of quotient. So that's 6x squared minus 38x plus 12 is equal to 0. Okay. And all of these numbers are basically what? Even numbers. So I'm going to factor out 2 out of this quadratic factor and put that number 2 into this parenthesis, which is linear factor. So multiply 2 to this one. So this becomes 2x plus 3. That becomes 3x squared minus 19x plus 6. And see if this thing is factorable. Okay. So I got 3 and 1. Can have 1 and 6 here. Since this is middle number is 19, I'm going to put minus and minus here. Okay, so that's going to give it that's going to give me minus 18, and that's going to give me minus 1. So when you add them together, you get negative 19. So when you factor this, that's 2x plus 3, 3x minus 1, x minus 6 is equal to 0. So the zeros are x is equal to -3/2, 1/3, and 6. Okay, these are the zeros of a function or x-intercepts. Okay, next one, 21. Wow, this is even longer. But as you can see, these terms are not arranged in descending order. They're mixed up here. So I'm going to rewrite that. Okay, that's 10 x to the fourth. Next one is negative 103 x cubed. Okay, plus 294 x squared minus 207x minus 54 is equal to 0. Again, the leading coefficient is not equal to what, 1, so you have to bring that number under that constant term 54 and list all the factors of each. Wow, 54, 1, the factors are 1, 2, is 3 possible? Yes. 4? I don't think so. 5, 6? Okay, 6 is good, so no. Okay, 6. So 6, 7, no. 8, no. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 18 is going to do it. Is there any number in between 9 and 18? I don't think so. 27, and then 54. Then factors of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. So the possible rational zeros are okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, 27, 54. That's 1 over 1, 2 over 1, 3 over 1, and so on. And then you have 1 over 2. 2 over 2 is right there, same as 1. 3 over 2. 6 over 2, 9 over 2. There are so many, okay? 18 over 2, 27 over 2. 54 over 2 is right there, okay, as 27. And 1 over 5, 2 over 5, 3 over 5, 6 over 5, 9 over 5, 18 over 5. Oh, there are so many. 27 over 5. And then 54 over 5. Okay, now 10. 1 over 10. 2 over 10 is same as 1 over 5. 3 over 10. 6 over 10. 9 over 10. 6 over 10 is the same as 3 over 5. 18 over 10, 27 over 10. I'm going to use 27 over 10 here. And 54 over 10 it's already there. It's 27 over 2. And then make sure to put plus and minus to every one of these. Okay, I'm just gonna put plus and minus in front of each row only. So anyway, so you're gonna use these numbers to find out what actual zero of a function. 1 and minus 1 is not gonna work, I think. Let me see. Let's use something like 3 here. Let me see if it works. 10, negative 103, negative 207. No, it's 294. Sorry about that. 294, and then negative 207, negative. There's no x term. X term's right there, minus 54. So there are no missing terms. Okay, so you don't have any zeros here. Okay. I'm gonna use 3. So first number is 10, multiply, you get 30, add them together, negative 73, multiply, then negative 213, 19. So add them together, you get what? 75. multiply 225, add them together, you get 15, 18. Multiplying together, that's 54. Wow, okay, it worked at first shot. Now, you're going to get a linear factor using this one, and using these numbers, okay, will get you a cubic factor. So you're going to, you have to do what, synthetic division one more time to get this thing down to what, not cubic factor, but quadratic factor. So what kind of number should I use? I don't know, maybe 3 over 2? I think I've done this before, so I kind of remember, okay, if you can, try 3 one more time here, but it's not going to work as far as I can remember, okay? So let me do 3 over 2. So this is 10, multiplying together, you get 15. Then this is what, negative 58, negative 29, multiplying together, negative 29 times 3, so that's negative 87. Add them together, you get negative 12. Multiply them together, then you get, wow, negative 18. My memory was correct. So this expression, 10x to the fourth minus 103x cubed plus 294x squared minus 207x minus 54 can be factored as this x minus 3 times x minus 3 over 2 times 10x squared minus 58x minus 12 is equal to 0. So as you can see, okay, these coefficients are all what? Even numbers. So I'm going to factor out 2, and then I'm going to multiply that 2 to this factor, so that I can get rid of this denominator 2. So you end up with x minus 3 times 2x minus 3 times, so 2 has been factored out, so you are left with 5x squared minus 29x minus 6 is equal to 0. And see if you can factor this thing in, okay? 5 and 1 here. I think you can use 1 and 6 here. Negative 6 here. Then, if you multiply these, you get negative 30. Multiply these two, 1. So add them together, negative 29. So you can further factor this thing to x minus 3 times 2x minus 3 times 5x plus 1 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. So your final answer is x is 3, okay, 3 over 2, then minus 1 over 5, and then 6. So these are the zeros of that quadratic, not quadratic, but quartic equation.